Welcome everyone to another Tuesday night edition of the Allen Powell Show. Got a locked and loaded show for you tonight. We got a big game coming up at 9 o'clock Eastern Central Time. But we got some other games we're going to talk about and some other topics. Got some great guests coming on for you today. So let's get ready to lock and load, baby.
Oh, Allen Powell. It's the Allen Powell Show. Yeah. But we lock and load. Come on. It's the Allen Powell Show. Yeah. But we lock and load. Come on. It's the Allen Powell Show. Yeah. But we lock and load. It's the Allen Powell Show. Yeah. But we lock and load. Come on. Yeah.
Thank y'all once again for tuning in. Tonight is the night. We got the playoffs going on, and I got a great panel coming on for me today. I actually got two James coming on today, which is a little shocking. Both of them name is James, but first I want to bring in my brother. Y'all seen him before. I think he's here some kind of way. James coming in, the biggest Warriors fans I know is in the building. What's up, my brother?
We out here, man. Got this chicken on deck. You know, it's going down.
Chicken on deck. Y'all seen him before, but now we got a brother that is making his debut. One of the most knowledgeable brothers that I know, and unfortunately, he's a Lakers and LeBron fan, but he's still my brother. Mr. Jay, thank you for coming in, my brother.
What up, bro? What's happening, man?
Been a long time coming, man. I finally got you. I see you got your Lakers hat on. I guess it was the right time. The Lakers, LeBron, Golden State, and you said yes.
No doubt. 4-2. Wow. Lakers 4-2.
Okay, slow down, brother. We ain't going there yet, man. Slow down.
Hey, we there.
We ain't going there yet, man. Before we get to the big game tonight, man, we do have a game going on right now between the Knicks and Heat, game 2, and Jimmy is not playing, but somehow the Heat are still in this game. I don't know if y'all checking it out, but the Heat are still in this game. I seen it at halftime. They was up by 3, and I don't understand how they even playing this way. But if y'all checking it out or just y'all overall thoughts about this series, period. Jay, tell me your thoughts. Knicks Heat. What's your thought? And both of y'all names, Jay. But James, I'm gonna call James, my brother from Indianapolis, and then Jay, the Lakers, my Lakers guy. So Jay, just tell me your thoughts, man, about the Eastern Conference so far, Knicks and Heat.
Well, you know, it's good for Miami just to even make it this far. Same thing with the Knicks, man. So this is a grind here. It really can go either way. You know, I can see them not letting Jimmy play tonight. You know, they already won one in New York. So right. really, that's a good move for them. If New York, if they don't get this one here tonight, they're in trouble. They got Randall back. I mean, he's playing good tonight. I watched the first half. And they just struggling. They're just struggling as a team. So if they can't pull this win off tonight, they in trouble.
I see Randall moving around, but he still look a little tentative. Barrett is balling, and Randall is scoring, but he still ain't moving all the way right to me. But Brunson is struggling right now.
Mm-hmm.
James, man, what you saying in this series?
Well, first of all, man, don't ever say I'm from Indianapolis. I just live here. You know what I'm saying? Let's get that out there.
Sorry, brother. Why you so aggressive? You're in Indianapolis right now.
yeah. But anyways, yeah, man. Both teams is trash. You know, it is what it is. I mean, it's like Jay-Z said. Since we want to talk about the Knicks, let's talk about somebody from NY. It's like talking about who's the tallest midget. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't got no respect for neither one of these teams.
I have no respect for neither team. I mean, neither one of these teams will do nothing to my team. Randall needs to learn his place on the team. Barrett is from Duke, and you know, Duke boys just don't do well in the NBA. It is what it is.
So
what do you want me to say, man? I mean,
man, we got to cover the game because it's on. We got to cover the game because it's on.
Here, I got one for you. Watch this. Eric Spoelstra used to be the equipment manager guy. He used to carry the film around, and now he's the head coach. This is Miami's coach, the film guy. All right. So that right there tells you something right about this. This is just not. This ain't that.
You know what? I'm not dealing with you, man, and your horrible analysis because you don't care about these things. But I do agree with you that neither one of these teams are going to the finals. But they did make it this far, so I know it's an accomplishment for both teams. But
I think this may be the first time in the history where neither one of these teams advanced. You know what I'm saying? Like neither one, nobody's advancing in this game.
well, they're gonna advance, but they're gonna get put out the next round. They're gonna get put out the next round. That's sure.
Freaking terrible.
Yeah, it's the star power is lacking, but it's some decent players, man. It's hard-nosed basketball getting played. But we all know that neither one of these teams probably not going to go to the finals. But if Jimmy is healthy, man, he's been holding this team. You cannot discredit what Jimmy's been doing. But he hurt his leg. But as far as the will go, he was willing his team. So you can't discredit that. He took out the number 1 seed in the Bucks, even though Giannis missed a couple games. Like, bruh, Jimmy balled out. So James, you can't just poo-poo on what Jimmy is doing, man.
Well, Jimmy ain't playing right now, so
Jimmy is not playing. That is true.
When playoff Jimmy come back, then I'll talk about Miami.
Okay. Maybe you if Jimmy come back.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is horrible. So let's go ahead and get to the elephant in the room, then, because you not amused by this first game. But the second game is what everybody wants to talk about, is excited for. But before I get to predictions, I really want to know, I want to get y'all some objective opinions, because I know who y'all going for, but if it's something that y'all have to worry about, that's what I want to ask. So, Jay, I'm going to come to you first. If you are the Lakers, if you the coach, what are you telling the team? What should they worry about as far as the Warriors go?
Well, I think, I look at the game 7, that game against Sacramento. And, I think Steph, for Steph have to score 50 points in order for him to win. I think if they think if that's the same thing is going to happen in this series, it's not going to happen. Because I think, they didn't make the right adjustments. I think if Clay was shooting like he was shooting, Poole was shooting like he was shooting, they would have had to beat us. And I think, with the Lakers series, they're going to make that happen. If they shooting like that, we're going to keep the ball in their hands. And we're going to keep the ball out of Steph's hands. I know people say that's crazy. You can't do it. But, you'll see it tonight.
So you would tell them if he's balling, if he's shooting out, keep the ball out of Steph's hand.
Keep his head. That's off the top. That's not even giving him a chance to get hot like that.
Right.
Every opportunity we can, we getting the ball out of his hands. Every opportunity we can. We're gonna let the others do this here.
Okay. So that's the strategy for the Lakers.
That's the strategy. That's the strategy. Running them off that 3-point line and making the other ones, man.
Now, James, if you the coach of the Warriors, what are you telling this team? What cannot happen on the Warriors watch? What can you not let the Lakers do?
Well, you can't let them be healthy. Somebody's got to go.
You waiting on the injury.
Yeah, because Anthony Davis is going to be a problem. So we have to turn LeBron into a scorer. If we make LeBron into a scorer, nobody else gets involved. We neutralize the team, kind of how we did them.
He don't went out. He over there smacking with his chicken and can't keep his stuff on. Come on, man. He gonna get roasted when he come back. How you sitting there smacking with chicken and now your technology gone? Anyway, we're gonna move on to I want to know, Jay, bro, what's the key matchup? What's the key matchup in the series that you're looking forward to in this series?
I'm looking at, who exactly that's going to be their assignment from the beginning with Steph. Is it going to be Vando? Is it going to be you're going to use a lot of Dennis on him?
Right.
I don't have too much confidence in the other two. But I think those two, can create a problem. I'm talking about with help. You got to be help. No one person is going to be able to stop him. So I'm saying those two, Dennis is a good defender. Vando is pretty good. And like I said, it's trap, get the ball out of his hand.
So I like what you said about Vando, because I definitely think Steph will cook D'Angelo Russell for sure. Schroeder is decent.
Yeah, most definitely.
Vanderbilt is long. And I'm interested in that matchup if they decide to put him on it. We got a couple of comments I want to get to real quick. Kanitra Goodson says she's ready. She's checking in on Facebook, and then we got a YouTuber. Yes or no, AD is hurt and out the series by game 3. That's a great question. Over and under by game 3, will Anthony Davis be hurt? That's a great question. That's a great question. I know Jay don't want to hear that, but if we're looking at the history, it's definitely possible.
Right. But we're looking at recent history. I'm looking at the last 2 games. His performance, the last 2 games. He's been awesome on the court. You know,
Right.
we're not going back in history, because we go back in history. You know, Steph has had a problem too with his health. You know, I'm just saying, if that's what we're looking at, if we reaching,
hey, man, that was the question on YouTube. I had to put the question up there, man.
I got you.
Where can I chime in? But where can I chime in?
We about to get to you right now. I want to know your
your
key matchup for the series. And then first of all, we got to keep your technology going, because you're over there smacking with chicken and your service done went out. Can you keep your service going, brother? Can you do that?
I mean, you know what I'm saying? You didn't send your people over here to make sure I was good. That's what I'm supposed to happen to do that. We'll talk about that later. First of all, can I go back to what your man just said real quick?
Yeah.
Because your man just said we want to keep the ball out of Steph Curry's hands. Okay. Yeah. I hate to have to be the bearer of bad news. But if you do that, now you got to chase him around without the ball. You can't do that. You're not going to win the battle. If you want to beat Golden State, you want to keep the ball in Steph's hands. That's what you want to do, and then neutralize everybody else and try to. Yeah, he's right about to chase him off the 3-point line, but how many people could actually do that? Not too many, because he's going to attack and he's going to step back on you, all that. So you definitely want to try that and see if you could build a wall up on them. But I guess I need to talk about the Lakers. Here's how we stop the Lakers.
No. Hold on real quick. Because you made a great point. You made a great point about him moving without the ball. We all know Steph moves great. So, Jay, what is your response to off the ball Steph, him moving around? Because we know that he runs off screens. He's great moving without the ball. What is your comment to that? He didn't. Now he didn't switch over, and I think he didn't froze up on me. We're gonna get him back, and we're gonna ask him that, because that was a great point. But can you hear
me now? We hear him. We hear you.
You hear me?
Yeah, you froze a little bit, but we can hear you.
That bad technology, man.
You might have to go back to the first one, bro. Might have to go back to the first one. But
let's give him a second to get it right. But what was that fan's question?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, he's back now. We see him moving.
He must can't hear us. He must can't hear us. But we ain't gonna worry about it. He gonna
yeah. Well, my thing is what we want to do is, I mean, that's the way they play. But Davis in the middle, we want to.
No, you breaking up, bro. No, yeah, we can hear you, but you breaking up. So go back to the first one. You was much more clear. You breaking up now. But Jay, go back to what you were saying until he come back. Go back.
All right, let me switch.
Go ahead, James.
I'm just saying, man. As far as stopping the Lakers,
right?
It's I mean, it's a lot of inexperience in there. You want to make LeBron a score. Just keep him attacking, tire him down, make him a score. Don't let him get too comfortable passing. And I think the biggest thing, man, you got to make him defend too. Like, put him on somebody that's going like keep making him switch on to somebody that he actually has to guard. Tire his old butt down, man.
Yeah,
keep working the whole game.
Hey, that's another great point, because he is 38 years old, and so running LeBron would definitely be great. But we all know he's in great shape. But I still, if I'm the Warriors, I like what you say. I want to run as much as possible. Now, Jay, we got you back. You good? You're moving now. I'm pretty sure we can hear you. But I want. If you can go back to what he said about Steph moving off the ball, what's your response to that?
Yeah, with him moving like that, man, the thing we got to do is we got to get him off of that line. When he's moving like that, we need him coming in the paint. We need Anthony Davis waiting on him coming in the paint. It's not the same thing with Sacramento. You know what I'm saying? We talking about defensive. We talking about blocks. We talking about man in the paint. It ain't that easy. So that's the whole thing. When he's running, Don't give him the 3-point shot. Take that away. That's what I said before about taking the 3-point line away. When he's running around them picks, that's where he's deadly at, out there on the 3-point line. Correct?
Right.
So when you trapping and you taking that away, making them come in for the 2 instead of the 3, we had somebody waiting on it. That's what we're gonna do. That's this game.
Run them off
My question is, how do you do that? I mean, Steph been in the league for a long time. Who's done that?
Well, I mean, we made adjustments just like we did last series with Ja, and we can make adjustments with him. I mean, we got the leading defense in the league. I mean, so we make adjustments. We got 2 coaches. We got a coach on the floor and a coach on the sideline. We'll make the right adjustments.
Okay. So now, I actually like both of y'all strategies. I like both of the strategies. Y'all can be some good head coaches so far. But let's keep it going. I want to talk about the head coaching that's going to go on in this series. Now, we all know that Steve Kerr got the experience. It's Darvin Ham first year. And we got a YouTuber checking in. It says Lakers in 6. We're going to get to the predictions in a little bit. But just looking at the coaching, do you think coaching will play a part in this? And if so, how so? James, I want to come to you first. Do you think coaching will play a big part in this series?
Absolutely. Hold on, am I James?
No, I said James. Yeah. James, you.
So I'm James. Okay, cool. Just want to make sure I was James.
Yeah.
The coaching is definitely going to be a huge factor. But every LeBron team has been coached by LeBron for the most part. So I'm not expecting much from LA's coaching staff, but I think this is probably one of the better ones he's had in the past. But Steve Kerr, I mean, we got to remember the whole game has been changed. People say because of Steph Curry, but Steve Kerr changed the whole game. I mean, we go back to when they won their first championship and they switched to small ball. Now you got the whole NBA going small ball. So Kerr's going to make the adjustments needed. Your man said that the Lakers had the best defense in the league. I don't know where he got that from.
I know they were. I know they were once they made the trades.
That don't got anything to do with the full season because in 82 games, Cleveland had the best defense.
Well, I think you meant after the trades.
That's exactly what I'm. Cleveland's not even in. Cleveland's not even in it anymore.
I mean, they number 11 though. In the NBA, they number 11 this year in defense.
Okay, I was talking about since the trade, but you're correct.
But don't get the stuttering now.
No. He's correct. But when I talk about this Laker team, I'm talking about a team since the trade. I'm not talking about what happened early in the season because it's not the same team.
I think the good thing, regardless, is they're ranked higher than Golden State defensively, so you might have something there, regardless.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to get to the big matchup, and I know it's not them two against each other, but we looking at these two, LeBron and Steph, and when we get to them two, I want to know, is this the modern day Magic Bird or some type of rivalry like that? They've been going at it for some years now. Nobody even thought they would even see each other this year in the playoffs. Is this the modern day Magic and Bird rivalry, or it's not? It's something else. Is it a good rivalry? Jay, you can answer that.
It is, but it's too many things. Like LeBron switching teams, Golden State going to get KD. It changes. So it's not the same. It's not the same effect. Now, if he had stayed in Cleveland, if it was the same team, it was Golden State with the same team, not adding KD, then I could say yes, it is a rivalry like that.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
I hate to use the word agree with a Laker fan, but I somewhat do agree.
Yeah.
Only thing I'm gonna say is no, it's not, because rivalries go back and forth, right? Am I right?
Yes.
Don't rivalries go back and forth? Ain't Steph like 4-1 against LeBron? That's a rivalry. We call that a rivalry.
Well, look, I got the numbers up here as far as the head-to-head, and like I say, I know it's not them two against each other. It's not 1-on-1, but we do look at teams or 1-on-1 players, star players, head-to-head matchup.
Hey, excuse me, brother. Is he? I don't know if he's telling the future or whatever. When he says 4-1, is he counting this year already? Because it's only 3. It's only 3-1.
Yeah.
So when he says 4-1, is he predicting them to win this year? I'm just trying to find out. I'm just asking questions.
No, that was a miscue. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
I was thinking 4 games out of 4 games. So
okay.
But normally rivalries are, you won one, I won one, you won one, I won. And if we gonna be real, and I know I'm getting way off subject, so I'm gonna be real quick and shut up, Al. I mean, if we go back to when LeBron won, it was the same thing that everybody said when Golden State won. They weren't eligible. All I remember is when both teams was at full strength, Golden State was up 3-1.
And I totally disagree with that.
I mean, it's a fact though.
But this is the difference. When I look at it, to me, it's 1-1. When I look at the win in 15, I go with that. Forget the fact that Kyrie was hurt. Forget the fact Kevin Love was hurt. They won that. 16, Cleveland came back and won. Now, when you come to 17, when you go get probably the best player in the league at the time and add him to your team, I can't give you them two.
I thought LeBron was the best in the league at that time.
I can't give you them two. You know who? Come on, man. Come on. KD, you add KD to your team and you won't accept that? You a Golden State fan and you accepting that? Are you kidding me?
Why would I not accept Kevin Durant getting put on my team?
Because you can't add them two and say that it's fair between a rivalry between we talking about LeBron and Steph. Now you talk about LeBron and Steph.
Was it fair when LeBron won in Miami?
Man, we talking about Golden State and we talking about Steph. We talking about LeBron.
Hey, look.
We talking about those two players.
Look, hey, James, I hate to agree with him too, but when they got KD, like I gave LeBron a pass on them two championships. Like that was
LeBron gets the pass, but 6'3" Curry don't get a pass. 6'8" LeBron gets the pass. So 6'3" Curry don't get. Okay.
What would Curry get a pass for?
Curry was on the same team too, right? He didn't jump ship to everybody else's team, right?
I mean, what would he get a pass for? I'm missing something.
Well, let me say this. Okay, you say, yeah, Cleveland wasn't at 100%. That's a fact, right? That's a fact.
Yeah.
Okay, but they still won. So the next year, when Golden State was at 100% and Cleveland was at 100%, Golden State was up 3-1.
Right.
The last game that Golden State won is the game where Bogut got hurt. Then we know Draymond got suspended for a game. Bogut never came back, so we never had another rim protector. We had got rid of most space and everybody else, so we didn't have no backup. So LeBron took full advantage of that, as he should have. All I'm saying is when both teams was at 100%, it was 3-1.
Okay, listen.
I mean, that's a fact, though.
And I totally disagree. I totally disagree.
Well, you can't disagree with facts.
And the reason I'm saying this is because now you're talking about injuries and you're talking about going to add an all NBA player. It's a difference. Everybody
let's not talk about that year. We ain't even got to that year.
Oh, wait, hold on.
No. You said 2015. You talked about the injury. 2015. I mean, they Golden State won. It's no doubt. It don't matter about injuries. Just the same thing when Kawhi won. It don't matter about injuries. Injuries happen. You know what I'm saying? So you can't look at it and say, well, it don't count because
that's what I'm saying. That's
Golden
my point.
State won in 15. Cleveland won in 16.
Point. You just made my point.
With all of that being said, let's go ahead and get to these predictions for this series. Because we can't go back in the past. We can't talk about what happened, what should have happened, what could have happened, what did happen. Let's talk about what's going on right now. So everybody that's tuned in, y'all comment your predictions on this series. And I'm gonna go first because I know where y'all stand. But
no, don't do it. Don't do it. I might surprise you. You
know what? I have been following your social media.
Yeah, I might surprise you, but I'm listening. Go first. Go first, host.
So listen, if I'm going to be completely objective, I'm a little nervous. And when I say nervous, I'm nervous of the Lakers winning. I don't like the Lakers. I'm just going to let it be known.
And you don't like LeBron?
I don't care someone not like LeBron.
I don't care too much for him, but I'm still trying to be objective. And I can't bring, even if I believe that the Lakers are going to win, I can't bring myself to say it. So that being said, I got the Warriors in 6 because I can't say Lakers win anything because I don't want to see it happen, and I don't even want to put that in the atmosphere. So that being said, I got the Warriors in 6. I'm going to believe that them others for the Lakers are not going to step up, and Golden State moves on. Now, we got Jamel Govan checking in on Facebook. He got Warriors in 6. And now, James, I'm gonna get to you since you said you might surprise us. So tell us your objective opinion on these predictions.
Here's my opinion, bro. I'm first of all, let's keep this. I'm from Cali, born and raised.
Yeah.
I love the Golden State Warriors. I hate the LA Lakers. I hate them with a passion. I wish my dad was alive right now because my dad was the biggest Lakers fan in the world, and I would just love to just have this series right here with him. R.I.P. to what y'all call him, Mr. Mo. Okay, but anyhow, a fan perspective, I got Golden State and 4 from a fan's perspective.
Okay.
Now my money, got Lakers in 6.
Wow.
My money got Lakers in 6, and I hate to say this with James, with my man James on here right now. I really hate to see this because it looked like he got a Lakers hat on too. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say this, but PJ, LeBron is a monster. You know what I'm saying? I've always said that small players is hard for small players to win. When your leading player is 6'3", it's hard to win against somebody whose lead player is 6'8", and the other guy is 7 feet tall. Like, and who do we got? We got Klay. Come on, bro, Klay Thompson. This is who we banking on.
How
Klay
you gonna
Thompson.
lead off a play like y'all ain't got Steph? He just dropped 50. Come on, man. What are we talking about here? How you gonna lead off a play?
The kid is 6'3". If LeBron guards him all the whole series, he's gonna be slowed down. We banking on Klay Thompson, bro, to help us win the championship this year. We banking on Andrew Wiggins right now this year against LeBron James to help us win the championship. Now, ain't this the same guy who we ain't see for like a month and a half? What is?
I can't believe what I'm hearing right now.
His girl did something or something. I mean,
I am shocked. I'm shocked by you. I'm shocked.
Didn't this girl like when the baby not his or something? They was saying.
Oh man, you talking about Andrew Wiggins, man?
Yeah. All I'm saying is his head ain't. I'm saying his head ain't in the right place.
Hold on.
That's all I'm saying.
Before I get to Jay, I do got a question for you, James. Before I get to Jay, I got a question for James.
Yes,
and I brought this to Jay. I brought this to Jay earlier. Now, and I think you know what I'm talking about. You remember Draymond when he got suspended that year when LeBron came back 3-1 and you remember what Draymond called LeBron that series?
Yeah.
Okay, you remember he called him that and he really didn't like LeBron, right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden he signs to LeBron's agency and now he's buddy with him. He wanted to
brought this up.
Yeah. He wanted to go to the record breaking game when LeBron broke the record. Coach said, "No, I don't think that's a good look." He had to respect that. He didn't go. He's now buddy with LeBron. I'm going to be looking very hard on the interactions between Draymond and LeBron. I need the old Draymond back. But I don't see that coming. Are you worried about the friendship and clutch sports and all these collusions with Draymond and LeBron? Are you worried about that?
I'll answer your question with the question. How close was Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley?
Yes, they was very
best friends, right?
But did it start off as a he didn't like Charles? I don't ever remember Jordan.
This is my point.
Okay.
Whatever happened off the court is off the court. Draymond is 33 years old and he can't do things like some of these other basketball players can do. He's a role player. So his career won't be as long as Steph Curry. It won't be as long as LeBron James. But as you've already seen, Draymond is already in that mode where he's getting ready for what comes next after basketball. So let's be real. LeBron James is a billionaire already. Okay. LeBron James will own the NBA team one day. Okay. LeBron James has all kinds of business ventures, and he's connected in every way you can think. So, of course, Draymond's going to build that relationship with LeBron for after basketball life. But come tonight at 10 o'clock, in about 25 minutes, that don't mean nothing, bro. That don't mean nothing. That friendship is dead.
You sure? I'm not sure. I'm telling you, I'm not sure. I'm just telling you. Based on what I'm not sure. It's too much. It's too much. They going to each other's weddings and all this. It's too much. I can't take it. Now, Jay, I know you thinking ain't nothing to that, right? Tell me you don't got nothing.
Well, I'm surprised at you, man. I'm surprised that you would question that man's integrity like that. I'm totally shocked at you.
But you ain't shocked by Draymond.
Hey, Jay, you
What's
should
up, man?
be shocked, man. You should be shocked because this is blasphemy.
Yeah, I can't believe you would do that, man. I mean, you a savant at this here. You know this game, man. Isaiah and Magic, just like you said, Jordan and Barkley, Jordan and Ewing. Are you serious, man? Them dudes kicked in with partners, man. But when they got on the court, they competed. Come on, man. Are you kidding me?
Hey, and okay, I like that you said that because we all know in today's game, everybody's buddies. It ain't that same competitive nature that it used to be. Am I right or wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Hey,
It's the same competitive nature that it was back in the day.
Hey, you right. You right about that. But then I can't let you go on that false narrative you put out there too about Clutch Sports. LeBron does not own Clutch Sports. You put that out there. You put that out there. He's not the one who owns Clutch Sports. That would be, matter of fact, that would be illegal for him to do that. If he owns Clutch Sports and be playing at the same time. So he don't own Clutch Sports.
Does he have any ties to Clutch Sports?
I'm not. That's not the question. You said he owns Clutch Sports.
Okay. Let me rephrase the question. Does he have any ties to Clutch Sports?
That's a represent.
That's a yes or no question.
When you say ties, he's represented by them too. What are you saying?
Okay.
The fact that they're friends, is that what you're saying?
Well, Nish Patel owns Clutch Sports.
And
that's LeBron's man. That's LeBron's man.
Yeah,
but I mean, at one point, Juanita Jordan owned the Washington Wizards. Let that sink in.
Yeah, but the way he put it out there was like, he's working for LeBron. No, LeBron is no, they're not tied in like that. No, don't do that.
Okay. Well, listen, they got some ties. I'll tell you that. They got some ties. But okay, let's get to your predictions, Jay, because tell the world what you think is gonna happen.
I told you I called it already. I think it's 4-2. I really think that we got lucky with this here. I was glad to see Golden State beat Sacramento. So I didn't want to see Sacramento. I think that we got the best matchup with Golden State. I don't think it's a problem. I think we get the first win tonight. If they get lucky, they win the next one. We go back to LA, win the next two. This series is going to be just like the last series. It'll end in 6 games. No problem. I don't think it's a problem. I think that next one is the next matchup is the problem for us, not this one.
Golden State in 6.
I got a comment on YouTube with Brooklyn Simone says Golden State in 6. Sounds
She's
like
smart, bro.
That sounds smart. Whoever that is seems like they smart.
She's brilliant.
She's brilliant. Yeah. Hey, she gonna need a new place to live in a minute. That's what happened with her.
We got another YouTuber, Lakers in 6, and a YouTuber, not too late to choose the Lakers to win. Listen, even if I thought they was gonna win, I wouldn't say it. I can't do it.
Hey, I didn't get a chance to comment earlier when you was talking about the coaches. You asked James, and then you didn't get back to me, and you asked about the influence of the coaches have on the game.
Yes.
And I just wanted to comment on that part of it. I don't think that it'll be a factor as far as the coaches because I think they veteran teams, and I think you got players out there with high IQs that know the game of basketball. So I don't think it'll be the same thing as far as the last series for either one of them. I think it'll be a lot of adjustments made and a lot of plays that's changed because of the high IQs that's on the floor. I don't think that's going to be a problem.
Okay. One of the YouTubers said Curry needs to carry for them to win. Lakers are too deep for that. Too deep? Hold on.
Who the hell they got?
That's what I'm saying. Who we talking about? How they too deep? I definitely disagree with that. I mean,
they got Austin Reeves. Oh yeah, they deep.
And they call him AR-15 all of a sudden. He got a nickname. You got Austin Reeves. Now he been balling. Rui been showing up a little bit too. But let's not act like they just the Denver Nuggets.
Bro, Austin Reeves is the next Jeremy Lamb, bro.
Hey, I thought the narrator, I thought the narrator or the moderators is supposed to be objective.
I am.
I'm not hearing any objectivity here.
The thing is, when I see a comment that I disagree with, I have to pull that out.
So you haven't seen one negative comment about Golden State? Because all these comments that you comment on is about LA.
I'm looking at all the comments. No, the only one that says Curry needs to carry them for the to win. Lakers are too deep. nobody said anything bad about the Golden State Warriors yet. I haven't seen that.
Okay.
Another YouTuber says there's no answer for AD, which I agree with. There's no answer for AD. See? I'm objective.
Because you sounded like my union rep, man. Yeah, you about to get fired in a minute. 'Cause you supposed to be moderating this thing on the fairness on either side,
Another YouTuber says AD will be the best player for both teams this series. I will say this: if that happens, I hate to say it now, I will say that if this happens, the Lakers will win. If AD is the best player for both teams in this series, the Lakers will win. But if I'm being objective, we all know that AD sometimes show up, sometimes he don't. And that's the question that I have. If he shows up for the whole series, I believe that the Lakers will win. And it hurts me to say that.
That's fair.
Noah Perkins says AD about to be in the cleanest outfit by game 3. I'm thinking Gucci, maybe Prada. What y'all guess? They putting your man in his clothes already. I gotta read the comments, man. This is not.
I want to know why is his name Noah Perkins, bro? That doesn't even make sense.
Hey,
Noah Perkins.
This is not coming out my mouth. These are the comments that's coming in, man. So,
but why is his name Noah Perkins, bro?
What's wrong with Noah Perkins, man? Don't be.
That doesn't even make sense. Is he Jewish or is he American?
Don't try to get on the viewers on YouTube, man.
I'm roasting viewers from here on out.
Brady Sage on Facebook said Golden State will be tired. They're coming off a ship, and LA is rested. They're also dealing with chemistry issues with Poole, Lakers, and 6. I
think Brady Sage been sniffing Sage. And why is his name Brady, bro?
So you just gonna talk about everybody's name?
I'm done.
Everybody game.
I'm done. Keep going. My bad.
I know you sipping on that stuff over there too. I know you sipping on that stuff over there. So you just letting everybody have it. But I did see some clips of Poole with Steph getting in Poole face and Clay telling him to get off the free throw line. You ain't taking this free throw. It still might be some lingering effects with this Poole situation from the beginning of the season with Draymond. I really think some people on Golden State, some teammates might not like Poole that much. I'm starting to really believe that. I don't know if it's going to carry over to the series, but I do think he's the player that might get on some players' nerves on Golden State.
He gets on my nerves. Play some defense, bro.
Yeah, he's terrible. He's terrible on defense. He's terrible. And he's erratic on offense sometimes. Like, he takes bad shots. He dribbles too much. Like, that's one problem. Like,
turn the ball over too much.
But if he plays good sound basketball, no turnover, take care of the ball, and take good shots, I think that bodes well for Golden State. Now, Jay, I know you like hearing all that stuff about Golden State. You got anything to say about Jordan Poole?
Now you let them have it, man. Hey, I'm gonna let you. That's your man, and you let them have it. I'm not going to get in that.
Hold on. How do you get to bash my boys and then go straight to Jay? I feel like this needs to be a defense time, man.
He thinks that I'm taking.
You know what I'm saying? This should be a defense time.
He think I'm taking the Warriors side. No.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
I see balls on both sides, man. I'll just call it like I said. But listen, I can't wait to the game tonight. But we got a couple of more things I want to talk about before we get ready for the game. We're gonna take the people up the tip off. Still make your predictions as we keep going. I got a couple other things I want to talk about. Yesterday we had 76ers upset the Celtics. James Harden had 45 points. Real quick, Jay, what's your thoughts? Harden 45 points, 76ers upset the Celtics. Just real quick, what's your initial thoughts?
Well, I really I picked Boston to win the series. I think that was a big win for them. I really, if Embiid is not 100%, I wouldn't even go with him the next game. They in a good seat right now. Rest till they get home, and then that's when I would bring them back. Because I never would have thought they would have won that game last night. They played good. Maybe the old Harden is back. I don't know. But I wouldn't play them the next game. They got a chance.
Okay. James, same. What'd you think about James Harden's performance in the 76ers upset?
The old Harden is back.
No, I said he might be back. I didn't say he was back.
Might. Okay, I did.
I didn't say that.
I mean, the guy came through. He did his thing. You know what I mean? He was amazing. He took the shots. He hit the shots. I just wish LeBron would play more like that. I wish that, you know, when things is on the line, when people down, when things just ain't going right, maybe he just take over the game. But I'm glad he don't.
Why would you do that, man? We done moved on, and you
But
just go
my fault, my bad. I was talking about James Harden.
Stay focused on the task at hand, man.
He looked like the beard again, bro. And I just, I love it. And I think the beard never left. I think what happened was the beard changed his game to sacrifice for Kyrie, who did everybody dirty. But that's another subject. And people thought the beard was gone. He's not gone. He's the number 2, 3 option due to Embiid being there, and he's doing what he's got to do to win games. I mean, it's that simple, bro. I mean, it's that simple. He's the beard.
Let me say this, man, because after the game, the 76ers was celebrating a little bit, and there's some video going around. James Harden was like, "Oh man, go to the locker room. We supposed to win this game." Like they were celebrating, But all of a sudden, he want to act like he just got been here and done that before, and how dare y'all celebrate? Y'all like chill out, bro. Like you this your first time showing up great in the playoffs, but now you want to act like oh, y'all supposed to do this, get in the locker room. He's trying to show some leadership, but I ain't believing it. That's just me. That's my own little take. QT on the YouTube says 76 coming out the East. I actually picked the 76ers to come out the East when Joel was healthy. But if he's not healthy, I don't know if they can beat the Celtics without Joel Embiid. Or they might can beat one of these other teams without Joel, because them other teams is terrible. But the next game I want to get to is the Nuggets go up 2-0 on the Suns. This KD thing is not looking too great because they're not deep. And Jokic 39-16. And me and Jay had a conversation about the post game interviews. He mentioned the post game interview of Jokic, and I mentioned the post game interview of Murray. And it seems like these guys are feeling disrespected by the media because nobody's taking them serious. And people have a right to not take them serious because every time they go to the playoffs, they don't never do nothing. This team looks different, but what are your thoughts about this series? And can the Suns actually get swept? James, what are you looking at this series?
Man, look, okay, they don't get taken serious. How many championships they got?
None.
Okay, so who's gonna take somebody with no championship serious? If you want to be taken serious, you got to earn that. Yeah. People take Golden State serious because Golden State's earned that. People take LeBron serious because LeBron's earned that. So yeah, they're not gonna be taken serious. I mean, be honest, bro. I don't even know where Denver is. Who cares? Who cares about Jokic? So when he wins something, then we'll take him serious. But yeah.
What do you think about the Suns team though? Because
the Suns team is a joke. Chris Paul, same injury as always, groin hamstring. We knew he'd go down. And Booker is too young and doesn't understand what to do in moments like this. And as far as Phoenix on paper, I mean, let's be honest, they look great. If you go play some PlayStations, some PS5, Xbox, play with Phoenix. But if you want to win a championship, nah, don't play with Phoenix, bro.
The only way you can win with Phoenix on the game is if you take the stamina off, like and they stay at 99, and you ain't got to plug nobody in.
That part too, but don't forget Durant's nickname is Cupcake, bro. Cupcake.
I'm not.
But it was 2 for 12. Buddy was 2 for 12 from 3-point last night.
They tried to take more threes. It didn't work out. They're a mid-range team, and that's who they are. But they trying to adapt. Once again, everybody can't do what Golden State can do, but it ain't working out. They bench is trash. But Jay, what do you think about the series? Your overall thoughts?
Well, it's the old thing where they say a series doesn't start till a team wins on the other team's floor. So I'm not gonna really count Phoenix out, but I think this is a series right here where Monty, the coach, has to do a better job. He has to make more adjustments. He got to use his bench more. I think he's just getting out coached, man. I think the players are tired. He's not subbing. It's a lot of things I see, and Denver's doing it. They bringing the bench in. They keeping their players fresh, and it's hard to beat a team when they fresh like that. And you make a substitution versus you putting team out there. You put them out there for all those minutes and not making substitutions. So I think this is a series right here that goes back to what you said before about coaching makes a difference. And right now, that's what I see the difference in.
Got you. YouTube says even somehow Suns win this series, they would be gassed. Their starters are playing 40+ minutes. Now I do agree with you too, Jay. The series don't start to the road team wins, and I think Monty Williams gonna have to play. Terrence Ross can play. I don't know what the heck happened to TJ Warren, but he used to get some buckets.
They sitting there.
They just sitting there.
They just sitting there.
Terrence Ross can score. They need some scoring because you cannot play Chris Paul and then hurt himself again. We don't even know his status, and he looking old anyway. When he was in the game, he was moving around like he can't guard nobody. Like even KCP is they try to hide him on KCP, and he's still scoring. And we know he can't guard Jamal Murray, so it's like it's nothing you can hide. Nowhere you can hide Chris Paul on defense.
Yeah,
nowhere you can hide him, and so it's a struggle.
If I can chime in, man, listen, bro, it's just pretty simple here. Nuggets in 5, bro.
Nuggets, gentleman's sweep.
It's pretty simple. Yeah, gentleman's sweep. They'll win one at home. That's it. And we're done here. I mean, Kevin Durant's going to suffer because he should have never left Golden State. It's that simple.
Hey, that is right. I do think he was regretting that move because
I agree with him on that. He shouldn't have left.
So we about 10 minutes before game time, but I want to get to one more subject before we leave because it's been some conversation, a lot of conversation. I put a post up on my Facebook page, and people was getting on me about the whole Deion was mad about only one HBCU player. This is what he put up on his social media account. So proud of you, Isaiah Bolden. You deserve to be drafted much higher, but I'm truly proud of you. I know how much you want this. I'm ashamed of the 31 other NFL teams that couldn't find draft value in all of the talented HBCU players, and we had 3 more draft-worthy players at JSU. He said they had 3 more players that was worthy of being drafted. Now, I've been on Deion's head the whole time about him leaving Jackson State. But now he wants to get upset about only one getting drafted. And my whole thing is, if you stay there, more people will get drafted. But no, you took the money at Colorado and you boated. And everybody jumps down my back why he can't go make his money. And I ain't got no problem with making this money. But when you talk that big talk, that Deion talk about HBCUs, they get neglected, rejected, get the knives out my back, and you gonna do this, that, and the other, and you leave before you see it to fruition. I got a problem with that. I don't want to hear that you mad and you left. I don't want to hear it. QC said, why don't you post on Spotify anymore? I'm working on that, so stay tuned on the audio. I'll be working on that. But do y'all have any thoughts on Deion Sanders, James? I haven't talked to you about this at all. So I'm curious to hear what was your thoughts about him leaving and him being mad now that only one HBCU player got drafted.
I think the reason why one player got drafted is the same reason why he left. I mean, yeah, he's gonna scream swagoo, whatever the hell he was screaming. You know, he's gonna scream. He's gonna represent the school that he's at when he's at the school that he's at. Let's be honest. But everything for most young coaches is a stepping stone for them to get to where they want to get to. Like I just said earlier, Eric Spoelstra was the film guy. You know what I mean?
Right.
He wasn't even doing the film. He was like moving the tapes. So everything is a stepping stone. So I think that Deion, I think people get caught up in the fact that he had pride in where he was at in the moment.
Right.
And you're supposed to do that. But at the end of the day, we all know Deion Sanders probably one day wants to be an NFL coach. So he did what he needed to do for there. His time was up. He got promoted. He got Colorado. And the reason why he's at Colorado is because it's a bigger school. It's a better school. There's going to be more televised games. He's going to get more, attention, not just for himself, but for the players. And because that the attention level is not where it needs to be in the HBCUs, that's why it was only one player drafted. But you are absolutely right. If it wasn't for Deion being there, that guy probably wouldn't have got drafted. So I will say this, and I'm going to shut up. How many players was like 40 players in the transfer portal? Colorado? The reason why those guys are leaving is because Dion brought everybody with him um, from
Jackson
that
State. Yeah,
HBCU from Jackson State.
yeah.
So at the end of the day, this move that he made was positive for everybody involved, and not just that, man. Now he's at a place where it's a D1 school, it's a major D1 school, and more guys will make it to the NFL there under his leadership because it's an even bigger and better school. So it's
And,
the right move,
yeah,
man.
I agree with you, but he's mad at the HBCU players not getting drafted, and he left. Jay, we talked about this, but get the people who haven't heard what you had to say about this. Get them a little glimpse of how you feel.
Well, you know what I like I told you before, I'm really disappointed. Because from the onstart of it, when he first said he was going to Jackson State, and he said it wasn't about the money, that he wanted to make a difference in the young men's life, that he wanted to make a difference in the community. I was excited about that. I'm because I'm still stuck on the Fab Five. I'm wondering when is a time is gonna come when we can come together and stop sending our kids to these predominantly white institutions and start sending our top 4-star and 5-star athletes together to a HBCU.
Yeah.
Build our program. So I was excited. I thought this was what the movement was going to be. I thought it was going to finally happen. So I was disappointed when he left. I thought the job wasn't completed yet.
Right.
And I took him at his word when he said it wasn't about the money. He said he donated his salary. So it wasn't about that. It was about changing lives. And I think when he says that it was a win for everybody, I don't think so. I think Jackson State in the next 2-3 years will be worse than it was before he even went there. I think it was a bigger than about football. It was about changing lives, about changing opportunities. And I think, it was a letdown for me.
What do you think about him being upset now about one player being drafted?
That's another thing too. I mean, how can you be? But he's entitled to his opinion. I'm disappointed that he even left. So I'm not happy about the statement. So it's hard for me to even move on from that, man. I'm still waiting on the talented 10, man. I'm still waiting on us to say I'm disappointed in LeBron. I'm a LeBron fan. I'm disappointed in him. Somebody got to stand up, man. He could have said his son is going. He could have said Carmelo Anthony, I need your son to go. See, we got the talent. But it's all about somebody else making a step and stepping out there and say, man, this is what it's going to be. We're not going to Michigan. We're not going to Indiana. You know what I'm saying? Because they all D1s. So they all got an opportunity to go to the NCAA tournament. So they all got an opportunity to win. And when you win, it changes things. That's like Deion did at Jackson State. When they won, what happened? Who was down there?
Game day.
It changed. You know what I'm saying? So it happened. So it can happen. But, it's nobody wants to make the sacrifice, man.
What happens when the scouts and the other teams and no other players are going to the other HBCUs? So what happens is he's going to load up Jackson State. They're going to be extremely successful. And then the scouts, the NFL scouts are going to say, yeah, but the other teams that they're playing aren't as good as Alabama and as good as a Tennessee.
Right. But you talking short term. I'm talking long term.
And I even want to respond to that.
Eddie George at Tennessee.
Deion's name holds weight. So,
but what I'm saying is it got to start somewhere. I agree with what he's saying,
right?
And that's in short term. But I'm talking long term because after that it starts with Mo Williams at Jackson State basketball. It starts with Eddie George at Tennessee State. It starts with the rest of these coaches. They started to get talent because he's right. You can't say just one school. We can't let Jackson State play Alabama. I mean.
Well, he said, but see, and we gotta hurry up because it's almost game time. But Deion said he wanted to play Alabama after a few years after he get his big dogs, and he ain't get the big dogs because he left. But that's another story. But
before you go, Al, pause that part right there. But you think he not gonna still recruit the same guys that he would have recruited at Jackson State to Colorado?
But
you're taking away from the HBCU.
That's the whole point of it. See, that's
what you take away from themselves.
Okay. Wow. All right. Now, see, we're going a whole nother conversation. Right. Before we get up out of here, I do got my scripture for today. It's Matthew 6:23, and I went to church this past Sunday. A sermon called "How Dark Is Your Light." It kind of called myself out. But the scripture says, "But when your eye is bad, your whole body is filled with darkness. And if the light you think you have is actually darkness, how deep that darkness is." And so I want to focus on the last part, just talking about the light, because I do feel like I'm a light everywhere that I go. but I also feel like, am I a bright light or I'm a shady light? Jay, you know, I went on this home inspection class, and during this home inspection class one time, he was like, I need somebody with a flashlight, and I gave him my flashlight, but the flashlight that I gave him, it was like a dull, it wasn't bright. And so that's the first thing I thought about when I was in church, when the sermon was called "How Dark Is Your Light?" And I feel like I'm a light everywhere that I go, but am I a bright light or I'm a dull light? And so, and like I say, this is for me. Hopefully, it helps somebody else. I feel like sometimes my light is not as bright as it need to be, and so I was conflicted. What you call it? All of that stuff. It hit me a little different. So that's the scripture for today, Matthew 6:23. If you're gonna be a light somewhere, make sure your light is bright. Don't be a dull light. Don't be a dark light. And that's the scripture for today. We about to get ready for game time, game one. Warriors and Lakers. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Jay, yeah.
Before you leave, bro,
What's
New
up?
York Knicks 107, Miami Heat 100 with 31 seconds left. So we are done here.
Okay.
The Knicks is about to tie this thing up 1-1.
There you go.
Okay. All right. Hey, thank y'all, brothers.
That scripture too. That scripture too is about sincerity too. It's a great scripture, bro. I love it. One time.
Appreciate that. Jay and Jay, appreciate y'all, brothers, man. And we're gonna see y'all next week.
All right, bro. Peace.
I'm gonna call you now.
It's the Allen Show.